Hello students, welcome back to the journey of periodic classification, and we have already crossed the three milestones of the periodic classification, and these are the Dobryner's classification, Newland's classification, and Mendeleev's classification. And we have also studied the basis of the modern classification, and you just recall that Mendeleev periodic table was based on the increasing order of atomic masses. But then Henry Moseley gave the concept of the atomic number. He discovered the concept of atomic number, and according to Henry, atomic number could be the better basis for the classification of elements. So modern periodic table is based on the atomic number, and this atomic number actually removed the anomalies of the Mendeleev's classification of elements. For example, the position of isotopes. Since all the isotopes of an element have the same atomic number, so they can be put at one place in the same group of the periodic table. For example, both the isotopes of chlorine, that is chlorine 35 and chlorine 37, have the same atomic number of 17, so both of them can be put at one place in the same group of the periodic table. And the second major anomaly of Mendeleev periodic table was the incorrect position of cobalt and nickel. But in modern periodic table, the cobalt and nickel are now in the correct position. Cobalt with lower atomic number, that is 27, is before the nickel with higher atomic number, that is 28. So that anomaly is also removed. But the question is, why did Mendeleev did not use atomic number as a basis of his classification of elements? Actually, students, the concept of atomic number was not discovered at the time of Mendeleev. It was discovered after Mendeleev's death. So, but we consider Mendeleev as the father of periodic classification because the fundamental property which he gave, it is actually the foundation of all the classification, even the modern classification which we are now dealing with. So let's start with the modern periodic table. It is also known as long form of periodic table, and this table was prepared by Niels Bohr in 1923. Niels Bohr, if you remember, you have studied in class 9 also in the chapter structure of atom, where you studied his model of an atom, Bohr's model of an atom, and also he gave the distribution of elements in different shells of an atom. So let's talk about now the modern periodic table. So in the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the order of the atomic number. Now they are placed in the form of table having 7 horizontal rows of elements called periods. So there are 7 horizontal rows of elements. I will show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So whenever we talk about periods, always consider like this, horizontal. This is period 2, this is period 3, this is period 4. Okay? And in period 1, please look into the periodic table. In period 1 there are 2 elements, hydrogen and helium. In period 2 there are 8 elements, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. And in period 3 there are again 8 elements, starting from sodium to argon. Okay, and in period 4 also there are 18 elements. In period 5 also there are 18 elements. Now come to the period 6. Actually in period 6 there are 32 elements. See the gap. Please note down, I'll explain you in a while. So there are 32 elements, and in period 7 there are again the rest of the elements are placed in the period 7, and this period 7 is incomplete. Okay, now come to this, the two rows. Just periods are actually rows which you study in computers. The two rows at the bottom of the periodic table are lanthanides and actinides. The elements with atomic number 57 to 71 are called lanthanide series because this series starts from the element lanthanide, and the elements with atomic number 89 to 103, they are known as actinide series because it starts with the actinide. Okay, now that is why a gap is shown in this, because in this gap there are 14 elements of lanthanide series, and in this gap there are 14 elements of actinide series. Okay, and let's talk about groups. There are 18 groups. See, 1 2 up to 18 groups, and when we talk about groups, we will walk from top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. There are 18 groups in the long form of periodic table. Group 1 and 2. Group 1 and 2, this is group 1 starting from hydrogen, group 2 starting from beryllium. And group number 13 to 17, not 18, to 17. These are the group of normal elements. By normal elements means where outermost shells are incomplete. Okay, group number 3 to 12. Group number 3 to 12. This is 3 and this is 12. So group number 3 to 12, this is group of transition elements, the elements in which the outermost shell and next to the outermost shell are incomplete. So these are transition elements. And the last group, that is group number 18, it is the group of noble gases. Okay, let's move on to the next slide, where again what I have told you about the periods, it is shown there, and these are lanthanides and actinides. So the group goes like this. Also the periodic table goes like this. You can look into it, and always when we talk about periods, we always walk from left to right. Okay, now come to groups. When we talk about groups, we always walk from top to bottom. These are the groups I have already explained: 1, 2 and 13 to 17 normal groups, normal elements having incomplete outermost shell, and 3 to 12 consist of transition elements, means the outermost shell and the next two outermost shell are incomplete. Group number 18, this is group number 18, it consists of noble gases. Okay, Acha. Now see what is written in the blue. Please look that in the modern periodic table, metals have been separated from the non-metals by the elements called metalloids, which are diagonally placed in the periodic table. See this gray color, you can see, if you can see, they are the metals. For example, boron, silicon, germanium, arsenium, like this. All these are given: boron, Si, Ge, As, Sb, beryllium and polonium. These are the non-metals. Very sorry, these are the metalloids. Metalloids are the elements which have some properties similar to metals and some properties similar to non-metals. Okay, now let's see the position of hydrogen. Hydrogen element has been placed at the top of group 1, and this group 1 is known as alkali metal group. And this is it is the hydrogen is placed at the top of the group 1. Why? Because the electronic configuration of hydrogen is similar to alkali metals. Okay, now next slide. Again, I am making you I'm reminding you about the periodicity, that in a periodic table the properties of elements, they are repeated after the certain period of time. For example, periodicity of elements means the recurrence of similar properties of elements after certain regular intervals when they are arranged in the order of increasing atomic number. Now we will talk about the arrangement in the order of increasing atomic number. Even if we arrange the elements in the order of increasing atomic number, their chemical properties are repeated after after certain regular intervals. And what is the cause of periodicity? The cause of periodicity of elements is the repetition of the similar electronic configuration. For example, let me go back again. For example, let us consider this second period. Lithium, the atomic number is 3, so its electronic configuration will be what? 2 1 2 1. And its then next is sodium. Its atomic number is 11, so its electronic configuration will be 281. So in both the elements the valence electrons are 1, so their chemical properties will be similar. Okay, so in this way you can say that when the elements are arranged according to the increasing atomic numbers, then the elements having same number of valence electrons occur at regular intervals. So this is all for the modern periodic table. Now in the next video we will learn about the trends in modern periodic table. Till then, stay tuned and get ready for the next lesson. Till then, bye bye.